All right, guys. Now, in the last 1 hour, we have got news that the Deputy Inspector General of Police, ELIUD LAGAT, has stepped aside to allow investigations into the murder of Albert Ojwang, which took place on the 8th of this month, the year 2025, at the Central Police Station. We have already seen CCTV footages from Mbagathi Hospital that reveal the negligence, or rather, the police were indeed having Albert Ojwang in the hands when he met his death at Central Police Station. Now, following this news that has since taken the country into a bombshell, people speaking about this story every now and then, the Deputy Inspector General of Police, ELIUD LAGAT, has been under massive pressure to step aside and resign from his office, but it has taken quite about 6 days now for LAGAT to step aside. Following the letter which has since been posted by ELIUD LAGAT, I might read it to you. I have it here with me. Yes, the letter is from the Kenya Police Service Office of the Deputy Inspector General, and it was dated for immediate release on the 16th of June. It says, in the good and conscious thought of my role and responsibilities as the Deputy Inspector General of the Kenya Police Service, and in view of the ongoing investigations on the unfortunate incident of the death of Mr. Albert Ojwang, I have today opted to step aside from the office of the Deputy Inspector General, Kenya Police Service, pending completion of investigations. The functions of the office will henceforth be performed by my deputy until completion of the investigations. I undertake to provide any support that may be required of me during the investigations of the unfortunate incident. I offer immense condolences to the family of Mr. Albert Ojwang for their great loss. Signed by ELIUD K. LAGAT, CBS, OGW, HSC, Deputy Inspector General, Kenya Police Service. Yes, that is the letter that he's doing rounds on social media, signed by ELIUD LAGAT. Has stepped aside from his office. However, after LAGAT stepped aside, Kenyans are not quite contented, because people are saying that he should not just step aside, he should resign from his office and also be prosecuted for the murder of Albert Ojwang. Why is this the case? Now, according to sources that have spoken to newspapers like The Star, according to investigations done, it is being said, alleged that Albert Ojwang was indeed tortured by police officers from Central Police Station, and in that torture chamber there was a senior police officer who was overseeing this, and they were torturing Albert Ojwang to try and reveal the information as to why he made those tweets on X, saying that LAGAT was corrupt, as he has been accused of being the most richest police officer in Nairobi, pocketing over 100 million shillings in bribes, as this was the report earlier. Now, for example, the former Chief Justice David Maraga tweeted, and I quote, "The stepping aside of ELIUD LAGAT is a first step. Next, we demand resignation, arrest, and prosecution." Other person said, ELIUD LAGAT has stepped down, but we Kenyans are demanding that he gets arrested, he resigns from his job, and also he gets prosecuted for the murder of ELIUD LAGAT. Colenius Rono said on X, if Adamson Bungei is going to replace ELIUD LAGAT, then this country should be suspended na kila mtu aende na share yake. Tuesday is Tuesday. LAGAT has stepped aside. This is Nyamisa Chelangat. DCI Kenya, we want him in industrial area. Remand before kesho in a cell with other people. No special treatment. Otherwise, anzeni kupanga tear gas na kuweka maji ya baby shower kwa lori, because there will be a rebirth in this country before even the June 25th, which is the date that Kenyans will mark the first year since the Gen Z took to the streets to demonstrate against the finance bill of last year, 2024. Yes, so that is the story that is making rounds right right about now. But people are feeling that justice is just being delayed because ELIUD LAGAT should not just step down but should also resign, be presented to court, answer questions, some very big questions that led to the murder of Albert Ojwang. Because if you have been following this news, you already know that Ojwang was presented at the Mbagathi hospital while he was unconscious, or rather, let's put it, he had already died. And also speaking at the Senate a few days ago, the Directorate of Criminal Investigation, DCI boss Mohamed Amin, said contradicted himself, saying that Ojwang had been booked in at the Central Police Station at exactly 1:35 a.m. while the CCTV footage from Mbagathi showed that that is the exact time that his body was arriving at the hospital. So there are a lot of questions arising from this story, and people want to know the truth. Is it true that LAGAT should be the person answering the questions of whatever happened to Albert Ojwang? At the moment, the OCS for Central Police Station was presented at the Milimani Law Courts earlier today, and he was also answering on this case. You remember also PC James Mukwana was arrested as being the officer who booked Albert Ojwang into the Central Police Station on that fateful day of 8th June 2025. So the Kenyans are demanding that now that ELIUD LAGAT has stepped down, they want him arrested. Otherwise, maandamano is coming on Tuesday. Tuesday is what wanasema, Tuesday is Tuesday. Kenya ni home, and we are going to make this government understand that we are frustrated and we want justice for Albert Ojwang. Yes, so that is the latest story doing rounds now on social media. You remember this morning, Justice Maraga said that he's also demanding for the arrest of Inspector General Kanja, DCI Amin, and also LAGAT. This is what he said, and I quote some part of his statement. The three institutions charged with maintenance of law and order have lied under oath. Consequently, Kenyans have lost trust in them. This cannot be allowed to continue. Our investigations of human rights and justice need a serious resettling and rebuilding. To begin the process of resetting and rebuilding, we demand arrest of IG Kanja, DCI Amin, and DIG LAGAT himself, along with the prosecution of others associated with the murder of Ojwang. End of court. That is what former Chief Justice Maraga said earlier this morning, and the pressure will continue to mount even as ELIUD LAGAT steps aside. He has just stepped aside, guys. You need to take note of that. He has not resigned from his position. He is still the Deputy Inspector General, so that is still his title until he steps down, he resigns officially. Then people can have peace, and they will not leave it at that, because they also want the prosecution of ELIUD LAGAT. The IPOA are still continuing with the investigation. As you have seen in the letter of ELIUD LAGAT, it says that he's just stepping aside to allow the IPOA to conduct the investigations. But in real sense, Kenyans are not trusting IPOA, because we have seen stories before that could say that IPOA are also compromised. You saw them, the Vice Chair Anne Wanjiko speaking at the Senate, saying that they have got information that the CCTV footage from Central Police Station was compromised. Kenyans are not trusting IPOA to conduct this investigation and present justice to the family of Albert Ojwang. We'll be following up on this story to make sure that you guys are informed on what is happening. But right about now, you can share in the comment section whatever you think about this story. Do you think that LAGAT stepping aside is the right move? Yes, for the first step. But do you think that he should also resign, not just step aside, and also be prosecuted for the murder of Albert Ojwang. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. That is the news that we had for you this afternoon, that ELIUD LAGAT has, yes, indeed stepped aside, but we want to know what will be the next major unraveling in this big story of Albert Ojwang. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be sure to keep you updated with more news. Bye bye for now.